Hello, any doubts in yesterday's class? Hello, please respond in the chat if you have any doubts. I want to explain some more projects. Anybody come up with your some ideas? I given some ideas, right? Please respond in the chat. I think I am audible, right? Once I explain the project syntax. Okay. Any other queries from remaining students? Okay, so I'll explain that project. Before going to that project, first I'll go for a small project like employee details management system. Just it's very simple idea. Maybe you can start with this type of projects. And after this, I may explain one more project. Okay, so let me open for a small project, that is employee management system. How we are going to maintain the employees in a particular company or in a particular institute. Okay, so that the name is employee management system. Instead of employee management system, maybe you can go with the student management system also. The logic is same, only the thing is, instead of employee details, you can plan some student details. What will be there for student? You can plan some student details, like you can take the information from the student, like student academic details, student name, and all the details of a student. Okay, so this is I think, yeah, okay. So this is a simple project where I am going to take the information from employee and I'm going to display the employee details here. For example, I am deleting these details. So there are no details here. So that's why what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some employee. So I'm going to add some employee. ABC is employee name, age 30, date of joining. For example, the date of joining is, you can write in the form of date followed by month followed by year. Okay, 2020. Next, we can give some email ID. Email ID abcd@gmail.com. Gmail.com. Next, gender, you can write, you can select a male. Next, contact number. Contact number, I'm giving some contact number. You can do address. Okay, so you can type address. Okay, once I given these employee details, my suggestion is, instead of going for employee management, you can take this project as the base project, and you do the similar type of project for student management system. Okay, so interface should be same. The interface should be same. Interface means, instead of employee management, you can go for student management. You can ask the name of the student, Okay, maybe you can ask roll number of the student. You can ask some date of joining, or you can ask some hall ticket, email, gender, contact. If you want, you can add some more fields also. Like okay, you may add father name, mother name, okay, Aadhaar number. If you want, you can add more fields. This is nothing but simply all labels and text boxes only. If you want, you can add some more labels and some more text boxes. And these four are buttons: add details, update details, delete details, clear details. These are 4 buttons. Add details. So just I'm clicking add details. So I'm going to display some message. This is already yesterday we discussed about how to display a message box. This is a message box where I'm displaying some information. This is information. Record inserted is information. Just I'm showing the status success, record inserted. If I click on OK, immediately the record will be inserted here. Okay, the record will be showed here. What record you are adding by taking input from the user, from the text boxes, whatever data you are collecting, all the data will be showed here. Okay, so if you want to update it, just you select this. Okay, all the data will be appeared here. If you want to change some contact number, okay, then you can click on update details. So record is updated. If you want to check, okay, you can check it out. That record is updated. It is changed to, the mobile number is changed to 991233. Okay, so whatever I given. For example, if you want to delete, just you select this record and you click on delete details. So the data will be deleted. No record is there. Okay, so adding means just enter some details of the employee and you can add the details, okay, by clicking this button add details. Update means select some particular record of employee and you can, if you select it, automatically the values will be appeared here. For example, if you create some name, okay, and we given some employee age, okay, and some date of joining. And create some records, okay, so that you can understand what is happening. So this is first record I want to add details, record inserted. So record is inserted. Similarly, you can add few more records. Okay, so I added some records, 3 records I added. Okay, after adding these records, if you want to update some record, then simply you can select here. This entire record will be selected. Whatever you want to update, you can update. For example, I want to change the age to 21. So once you selected particular record, okay, automatically all the values will be appeared. If you select particular record, obviously all the values will be appeared here. Okay, see here, all of you. If I selecting any particular record, all the values are populating in the text boxes. If you select any particular record, automatically all the values are populating in the text boxes. Okay, so just you, if you want to save, you can save by updating some value here. If you want to update some value, you can update. Okay, you can change its value and you can update details. So now it is changed. The age I changed. The previous previously 21, it's okay, it's 20 and now it is changed to 21. Like that, if you want to change any information, that information can be updated here. Okay, now, so for example, if you want to delete an employee details, just you click, you select one particular record and you click on delete details. Okay, the data will be deleted, the record will be deleted. What about clear details? Clear details means if you are given some values, for example, I given some all these values. Okay, I want to clear this all these fields, all the values whatever I entered in the text boxes. I want to make all these fields empty. I want to make all these fields empty. So then simply I can click on clear details. So all the values in the text boxes are becoming empty. So empty text boxes are there. This is nothing but clearing. I hope we are getting right. Any doubts in the chat box? This is a very simple project. You may start, okay, this type of projects, so that slowly you will go to some big projects. Already I told you, if you want to go for, okay, some major projects, okay, you may need the help of other concepts like database programming, object oriented programming, but these type of things are not required any database programming. So everything we are doing in the interface GUI application only. In GUI application only we are doing everything. So here these type of projects, okay, you can do with the help of okay, normal knowledge whatever you are having, like tkinter knowledge or some functions, okay, for creating text box, for creating label, okay, all these things you can, all these things you can do with the help of this, okay, whatever knowledge you have. So now I'll go to the source code of this. I'll explain first to this project. Okay, so this is the source code for this. Okay, so I want to explain first. For each and every button, there is a function I am calling. Okay, what are the functions I am calling? Already I told you yesterday, if you are going to call some function, you are supposed to use this command option. For each and every button, this is a button. What is the button name here? Button name is add details, update details. We seen just now 4 buttons. Add details is 1 button, update details is 1 button, delete details is 1 button, clear details is 1 button. So 4 buttons are there. For each and every button, I am calling one function. For add details, what I am calling? I am calling the function is, okay, so that every function can be called by using this command. Command is equals to, if you have written something, add employee. Add employee is nothing but what? Add employee is my function. So whenever I clicked on this button, add details, it will goes to, immediately it will goes to this function where I written this function I mentioned here. What it is going to do, already I told you yesterday. If you want to get a value from a text box, you are going to use .get function. So text txt name. What is this txt name? Txt name is actually, it is a text box, entry box. You see here. Okay, I defined in the interface. This is txt name. What is txt name? It is entry. Entry means what? Text box. For this text box, I given name txt name. TXT means text box. LBL means label. This is actually standard format. If you want to use label, you can write LBL followed by the name of the label. TXT means text box. Okay. So like that we are going to mention. So here the text box is name of the text box. Whatever you are entered in this text box, okay, I can collect here by using dot get function dot get txt name dot get means what I'll get the value whatever you are entering in the text box. Next, txt age dot get whatever you are entering in the age. Okay, because why I'm collecting all these things? Because I want to save all these things, right? What I want to save? I want to save your name, your age, your date of joining, your email ID. Okay, all these things I want to save. So that's why I am collecting all these values. Once I collected all these values, then simply, okay, for example, if there is any problem in the input, simply I'll display an error. Already yesterday we seen this. How can we display error? Message box dot show error. You will call this function immediately. Okay, show error. It's going to give you an error. What is that error? Please fill all the fields. Please fill all the details. So this is for displaying. If you are not entered your name, or if you are not entered your age, if you are not entered your date of joining, or if you are not entered your email ID, then what I am going to do? I am going to give you an error. Please enter all the fields. Otherwise, you will check it out here. Without giving, if you are trying to run, just I am going to, okay. So add details. Then what I got, yesterday I discussed this. This is nothing but displaying an error. Okay. Cross mark in red color is nothing but it's an error. Please fill all the details. So you are supposed to fill all the details. If you don't fill, for example, you are given name and you are clicking on add details, again you are going to get an error. So that is the point here. If you are not given your details, without giving details, if you are trying to click on add details, you will get an error. I hope you understood, right? People are getting right. Please respond, my remaining students. Just I am trying to explain the interface of this project and how can you perform this saving. Saving means employee details we are asking, employee name we are asking, employee age we are asking, employee date of joining we are asking, employee email ID we are asking. Okay, and how we are saving? If you want to save, you are going to click on add details. Add details. What add details is doing? Add details is a button. What the button will do? The button is going to collect first the information it has to collect. What information it has to collect? It has to collect all the information from all the text boxes where you are given some information. So once it is collected, then only it's going to store in some place where you can store. Actually, in this project, I used a database, but you can use a file also. A file, file concept. You can collect all the data and you can write all the data into a file. Already we know how to create a text file. We written the data into text files when we discussed about file handling. Okay. So just you collect the data from all the text boxes. Once you collected the data from all the text boxes, then what you will do is you save this in some place. What is the place? The place may be anything. It may be file, or it may be database, or it may be some other place. Okay, so that is what I am trying to explain. Yes. Okay, so yeah, so this is for add employee. Okay, so add employee, where I am calling this add employee, I am calling for add details button. I am calling this in add details button. If you observe here, what is the button? This button text is, this is button. All of you see here, this is a button. This button name I given add details. In this add details button, I am calling this add employee button. Next, what is the next button? Update details. Okay. So what is the button name? I given button text is update details. Okay, this is update details. In update details, what I am calling? I am calling this function. What is this function? Update employee. Again, I written some code for update employee. What is the update employee code here? Text box name dot get is equals to empty. Means you are trying to update something, but you are not given anything. If you are not given anything, then what we are going to give? It's going to give you error. Please fill all the fields. Because you are trying to update something. For updation also, you need all the information. Even though if you are not changing name, but name is required. For which name you are updating? So that's why I am checking whether you are given all the fields or not. if this is empty, okay. So if I written empty double quotes means that is empty. You are not given anything. Okay, so this double quotes is nothing but empty. You are not entered any name. You are not entered any age. You are not entered any date of joining. You are not entered any email ID. So if that is the case, I am displaying please fill all the fields. This is error, similar to the previous thing. Okay, if you are given something, then what I am doing db.update. db.update means I am using actually a database here to update whatever you are given. That is text name dot get. Whatever you are given in the text box name, I am getting its value. I am updating. Okay, text age I am updating. Okay, all these things I am updating for the particular row. So that is what I am doing here. And once update is over, I am showing some information. Already we seen this message box dot show info. Okay, yesterday we seen first in the message boxes. Just for displaying information, just I am showing success record updated. So this is for second button functionality. And third button, clear all. This is the function I written for clear all. I already told you what is meant by clear all. Clear all means clearing all the text boxes. How can you clear all the text boxes? Just you set empty. Okay, name dot set empty means text box, name text box will become empty. Age dot set empty, age text box will become empty. Date of joining dot set empty, your date of joining text box will become empty. Okay, so empty means clear, nothing will be there. So here also gender, email, contact, address, everything will be becomes empty. That is clear details. What about delete details? For delete details, I am calling this function. What is the function I am calling? Delete employee. Okay, so what delete employee? It's going to delete the particular row. Okay, database dot remove row 0. That is nothing but that particular row. Whatever row you are selecting, the highlighted row, entire highlighted row will be deleted. That is about a delete. Okay, na? Understood all of you? It's not going to be done in a single day. Okay, so you should spend at least 4 to 5 hours for doing this project, because it is not a normal program. Okay, whatever so far we seen all are programs, but this is a project. What is meant by project? Project is nothing but you are trying to implement a real-time application by using all the concepts what you learned so far. Project is, it's an application. You are applying your entire knowledge. Okay, whatever you learned so far, that entire knowledge you are applying for implementing an application. You should know. Okay, for example, you learned about ELIF. Where you can apply ELIF, you know first. For example, you learned about functions. Where the functions concept can be applied, you know. And you learned about tkinter, GUI programming. Where you can apply these GUI concepts, you should know. Okay, so all these things you should know. Where can I apply? How can I design? That's why yesterday also I told you, first you try to write everything on a paper. For example, you are designing employee management system. For employee management system, what you are trying to design, what you are trying to implement, that you should write on a paper. Okay, so on paper you write down. Okay, I am asking name. Okay, for name I required one label. Okay, user will give some username. That is nothing but one text box. So for name I required one label and text box. Next, I'll ask employee age. Okay, age is one label. For age, okay, I'll require one text box. Next, I'll ask, for example, email ID. For email, I required one label, one text box. Next, for mobile number, I required one label, one text box. And for date of birth, one label, one text box. For address, one label, one text box. So like this, you prepare a blueprint on a paper. First, you prepare a blueprint on a paper. Okay. So once you prepare this blueprint, yes, your design is over. Okay. Now you try to design this by using Python. By using tkinter, you can design how many labels you required, how many text boxes you required. Okay, how you are going to set this in a proper alignment. You can go for some grid. Okay, row 0, column 0. In row 0, what you want. In column 0, what you want. In row 1, what you want. In column 0, what you want. In row 2, what you want. Okay. So next, how many buttons we require? Okay, buttons. Adding details, one button. deleting details, one button, updating details, one button, clear all, one button. So 4 buttons required. So am I required anything apart from this? For example, you want to write some checkbox. Okay, you want to write some radio button. Like you're going to ask whether gender, male or female. Maybe if you want, you can write some radio button, or if you want, you can write some checkbox. So like this, you have to prepare a template on a paper. Once your template is prepared, once your blueprint is prepared on a paper, then you try to implement by using program. Directly, if I want to implement in Python, means it is not possible. First, everything you should keep on a paper. First, you try to write everything what you are doing. Okay, because that is the reason why whenever you are doing projects, okay, in your final year BTech or in your final year diploma, okay, whenever you are doing projects, now you are going to have some sufficient time. 3 months they will give you, or 2 months they will give. Okay, and that is also not individual. You are going to be a member in a team. So why you are getting 3 months of time, and why you are not doing individually? Because it involves lot of things. Okay, so proper planning will be there, proper design will be there, proper implementation will be there. All the things, okay, you should follow properly. So that's why at least we are not thinking about all the major projects, but just we are thinking about mini projects with the knowledge whatever you gained so far. With that, what is possible, because you learned functions concept. With that functions, what can I do, where I can apply function. You learn some conditional statements. With the conditional statements, what can I do, where I can apply these conditional statements, means where I can apply if, where I can apply else, where I can apply if else, where I can apply nested if, where I can apply elif. Next, you learned about some data types, like list. You learned about list, you learned about people, you learned about some sets, dictionaries. Where can you apply? Next, you learned about some files. Okay, how can I apply some files concept? And you seen some exception handling, because whenever you are doing a project, it's common to get some errors, because project is nothing but it's a normal program, like the programs what we practiced so far. Project is nothing but maybe it is having hundreds of lines of code. Sometimes if you are doing some major project, it is having thousands of lines of code. Getting a single error in thousands of lines of code or hundreds of lines of code it's not a big deal. So that's why then what you will do, where you are expecting some error, in that okay, you try to use try block. That is what we did. Okay, whenever we used try, except, finally, else, what we did in exception handling, if you are expecting some error in one place, okay, in some part of the program, then you are supposed to put all the statements in the try block, so that if the error occurred also, okay, there is no problem. You can easily identify and you can easily resolve it, so that the error is not going to be displayed to you, and you can easily understand. So in that way, you are going to think which concept can be applied for which type of application. Understood, na? Are you getting what I am talking about? So I think you understood, right, this employee management system. Like that, just you try to prepare. Already I told you. Okay, so you may not do all the entire project by your own in one day. Okay, you take some time. You try to implement. Instead of employee, maybe you can take student management, or instead of employee or student management, maybe you can take some hospital management. Okay, so you can take some other title, because I'm giving this entire source code to you. So you can try to implement, at least you try to implement the graphical user interface what I designed for this project. Just you try for GUI. Forget about next that functions, writing functions, calling functions. That is later part. That is implementation part. First you design it. Design means just you get some look and feel. Okay. So employee management system. Okay, so I have some 10 text boxes required, 10 buttons required, and some 10 labels required. First, you design it with some proper alignment, with some good alignment. That especially whenever you are doing projects, okay, the look and feel is very, very important. By seeing that form, by seeing that application, okay, I should impress. For example, if your alignment is not good, then obviously, even though if you are doing a lot of work, that doesn't impress. So that's why look and feel is also very important. If you observe this, okay. So everything is aligned properly. Okay. If you observe these text boxes, all are appeared in same sequence. Labels all are appeared in sequence. Okay. So buttons, everything is in a correct way. They are aligned correctly. So that's why automatically you can have a good impression by seeing this interface, by seeing this design. Okay, I can understand. Yes. Okay, you are doing some good work. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So 1 minute. Okay. So I think all of you are getting right what I'm talking about. That's why if you think of any projects, the requirements is very important. Requirements. What is meant by requirements? For example, I am the end user. Okay, you are the developers. I want some project. What project I want? For example, I am having assume that I am having a small school. I am having a small school. I don't have any software to manage all the students in my school or to manage all the faculty in my school. Then what I'll ask, for example, you people are working in a company, then I'll approach you people. Okay, can you design, can you implement any software for my school? Immediately, what is your next question? Yes, you will do it because as a software engineer, you will do it. But next question is, what is your requirement? What you are expecting from me? That is your next step. Okay, then immediately I'll prepare some documents and I'll explain. Okay, I want this, I want that. Okay, I want some this design, I want that design. Everything I'll explain properly. Okay, because once the design I given some clarity on the design, then only you'll go for design. Once the design is accepted, then you'll go for implementation. All these things are going to be happened in real time also same. Okay, so first we'll go for design. Okay, once design is ready, okay, then only we'll go for implementation. I think you know what is meant by design and implementation. Design is nothing but it's simply a blueprint. Writing something on a paper is also design only. I told you, right? Okay, you require some text boxes, 10 text boxes, 10 buttons, okay, 10 labels. Simply you are writing all the things on a paper. That is also design only. Okay, for designing something, you don't need any programming knowledge. On paper also you can design. But same thing you are going to convert in a computerized design format. In computerized design means you should know some programming language like Python or maybe like HTML. You can do the same thing in HTML also. Okay, you can do the same thing in Java also. You can do the same thing in .NET also. So depending on the programming language, okay, you are familiar with, you can approach some language and you can go for okay representing the same design in your computer. Once design is over, then you go for implementation. Yes. What is meant by implementation? Implementation means you designed some template, some form. Okay. So here I'll explain what is meant by implementation. Here, this entire thing is, I can call it design. For example, if you don't write any code for this add details button, if I click on add details, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. If nothing is happening, then what is the meaning of that? If I click update details, nothing will happen. If I click on delete details, nothing will happening. If I click on clear details, nothing is happening. So if nothing is happening, so that is nothing but only you did the design. You did the design. You didn't implemented it. What is meant by implementation? Implementation means when I click on this add details button, what it's supposed to do. What it's supposed to do. It's going to check all the details whether I given or not. Okay, if it is not given by me, it will show me some error. When it will show me some error, if I implemented only, if I designed, nothing will happen. There is no implementation means only this part will be done. Implementation means if I click on this, what should happen? 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 This is nothing but implementation. Because when I click on this, it is doing something means you are implemented. If it is doing nothing means you are not implemented, only you are designed. I hope you are getting right the difference between implementation and design. Understood? I can design same thing. I can design as it is. In Paint also. I design as it is. But can I implement anything in Paint? Can I implement anything in Paint? Can I write a program in Paint? Can I do some implementation in Paint? I can't do. So that is the reason why you are using some particular programming language, because you are designing by using some of the concepts of that language, and as well as you are going for implementation also. So that is the main difference between design and implementation. If I give you some time, you can design as it is, the same screen, the same form. You can design in Windows. Okay, like Paint, you can design in Photoshop also. Okay, but the thing is we can't implement there. That is the issue. I hope all of you are getting right. Please respond, only 1 or 2 students are getting. Because first you should know what is the meaning of project, what are required for project. Okay, what is the difference between a normal program and a project. So all these things you should know. Because without knowing all these things, I want to do some project means, okay, maybe it is possible, but you are not going in a sequential way. So that is the issue. Okay, so that's why you can go for small projects, mini projects, whatever I explained yesterday. I explained about some student management system. That is one project. Okay, some student mark system, library management system. So all those are separate applications. Project is nothing but implement any real-time problem with the knowledge whatever you are having. Okay, that is nothing but we can call it as a project. You can applying knowledge. Project means nothing but applying knowledge. You should know where can I apply my knowledge. I told you some example. For example, one of you are having some business. You are having some real estate business. Okay, so you want to develop some project for real estate business also. For example, your father is doing some business, some real estate business he is doing, or he is doing some other business. Then what you will do? You can design some application. You can create some project for that application also. What requirements? You have to collect requirements from your father. Okay, I want this, I want that. So that is nothing but requirements. You can collect requirements and you can start designing and then you can implement it. That is nothing but a project. Project means it's not specific thing. Any real-time application, okay, you can take and you can implement it. Okay, so this is about employee management system, right? Now I'll try to explain one more project that is relating to employee only. That is leave management. How can I want to, for example, I want to apply for leave. In general, what will happen in the olden days? I'm supposed to write a letter to my superior. Maybe I'm going to write a letter to HOD. I have to take a signature from HOD. So those things are gone. So everything I want to apply, okay, by sitting on my system. From my computer only I want to apply leave. I don't want to meet anyone. This is the interface. This is very okay, useful project. So now if you observe here, I am having, this is the main screen. This is the main screen for my project, leave management system. Here I am having admin login, employee registration. All of you see here what I am doing. First I am creating some employee registration I am doing. Employee ID, I am giving some 2000. Name, I am giving some Acharya. Okay, contact number, I am giving some random number, contact number. Password, I am giving some password. Okay, so first step what I am doing, I am creating some employee details. Okay, first I am creating some employee or registering employee. Clicking on OK. Okay, now employee created. If you want to check whether employee is created or not, go to admin login. For admin login, I given the password and username in the code itself I given. That is admin and admin. Admin is username and admin is password. Okay. Login successfully. This is a normal message, right? Now I want to check all employees. This is admin. Now admin is logged in. That's why I got logout option. If I am not logged in, admin is not logged in, we don't get this option. So you can check all employees information. If you observe last row, this is what I am telling about. You can store the details in the form of a file like this. Okay, I'm storing all the details in a file actually. So last record, if you observe last record, this is the employee just now I created. Acharya is the employee name. Employee ID I given 2000. Okay, this is mobile number. Okay, this is what I added. Last record is just now I created the employee details, right? So now I want to apply a leave. Okay, if I want to apply leave, I'm going to log out. I'm logging because now I am in admin login. Just I'm logging out. I want to go to employee login. What is the employee ID I given? 2000. Okay, I given some password. Okay, so just now whatever the details I registered for employee, with the details I logged in. So now I am logged in. So this is employee dashboard. Just now what we seen, that is admin dashboard. Admin panel is different, employee panel is different. Here employee information. So this is employee, submit leave. I want to apply leave, submit leave. Okay, employee ID 2000. I want to apply leave from 25/3/2022 to 30/3/2022. I want to apply leave for 6 days. 6 days. Just I'm clicking on OK. Okay, which leave? For example, sick leave. I am applying sick leave. Okay, clicking on OK. Yes. Okay, so just I applied leave. Where it will goes? It will goes to admin. Just I am logging out from my screen. I am logging out. I am going to admin login. Okay, I am going to admin login. My leave application is now it will forward it to admin. Now you see here leave approval list. leave approval list. If you observe here, last one, just now I applied. Okay, 596 is my leave ID, 2000 is my employee ID. I applied for sick leave from 25/3/2022 to 30/3/2022. 6 days I applied. And what is the status? Status is pending because it is not approved. Now I am approving. Who is approving? Admin is approving. So that's why, okay, you see here, this is the leave I want to approve. Okay, so 596 is leave ID, so I want to approve. So just I'm clicking on approve leave. Leave ID 596. Okay, so I want to approve. You can deny also, but I'm approving. Now if you go to leave approval list, last one, previously it is showing pending, now it is showing approve, right? Previously it is showing pending, now it is showing approve. So this is a simple project for leave management system, where we are having admin login, employee registration. Employee will be registered by giving his details. Okay, and after that he will log in into his account, and he can submit his leave form. Once he applied his leave form, this leave form will be forwarded to admin. So admin will log in into his account, and he will see how many leaves are pending. So he may take a decision whether he may approve it or he may deny it. So this is a simple project. Understood? So these type of projects you have to think of. Understood, na? Okay, so I am giving some ideas. Okay, so at least you should know what type of ideas you are going to think of, what type of possibilities you can think of. So these all are actually very interesting, but you can take some time. That's why my suggestion is you come up with some ideas, or if you don't have any ideas, okay, I'll give some ideas. Small idea, don't take too much functionality. Some of the students are going to think, okay, in depth. If you think in depth, that cannot be achieved by the knowledge what you are having. Just you think abstract. Okay, so small functionalities, small task. Maybe you can take some student management system. You can read all the information from student and you can update it. You can add it. You can delete it. You can take some other functionality like employee management, or you can take some other functionality like student result management system, where you can process results of a student by taking the marks. So you can think of these type of ideas, and you can design first, and you can go for implementation. Maybe in tomorrow's class I'll explain okay, some more simple projects. But before that, just you try to have a look at this projects, whatever I explained in today's session. I'll share this employee management system project code, whatever I explained in this class. Employee management, how to add details, how to update details, how to delete details, how to clear details, all these things I explained. Now I'll share that code. Just you go through it if possible. If you have, because already I told you, it's not going to be done in 1 or 2 hours. It's going to take a lot of time. Okay, that's why first you go for design part. Once you design properly, then you will go for implementation. So all these things are going to take some time. To understand this, first you take some time. That's why I already explained in the previous class. First I started with a simple application. What is that? Simple login application. Username, some text box. Password, some text box. Login button. That's it. That is also one of the simple application where you can design, and you can check whether you are getting some, okay. If username and password are given correct, then you will display like login success. If you are not given correct username password details, you will display some message, please enter username, please enter password, or fill all the fields. You'll display some error message like that. So if you do those type of practices, then you can think of some more mini projects. Okay. So I'll stop here. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in tomorrow's class. But I'll share this project details and the source code, whatever I explained. Okay. So I'll share only one project source code, that is employee management. Okay. Once you've gone through it, maybe I'll share this leave management. Okay. Leave management is, it's a little bit difficult. Why? Because it is having so many screens. I think you observed, right? So many screens it is having. Admin login one screen, admin the leave management system. The main screen itself is so many options. Okay, admin login, employee login. Again, employee login will have so many options. Okay, submit leave, employee information, leave status. Okay, so all these things it's going to take some time for you. But in employee management system, it is a single screen. In a single screen, I written all the functionalities, all the things I designed in a single screen. So that's why you go through it once, and if you have any doubts, let me know in tomorrow's class. Okay, so I'll stop here.